Okay, so just for everyone who may not be aware, Medina is one of our newest partners. We have just approved a project in Obo, South Sudan, around a medical center, which I will get her to share more about now. Thank you, Medina.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Those who don't know me, my name is Medina Lamono. I was born in South Sudan, but I grew up in a refugee camp in Uganda. I lived in a refugee camp for 12 years before I came to Australia in 2016. I came to Australia to join my husband, George, and by then we had no children, but we are blessed with 6 children at the moment, and we thank God for that. In 2011, I saw a post on Facebook. A beautiful little girl was born, in Obo. And before I commented, I read what written on it is like, "Welcome, my beautiful daughter. May your mom's soul rest in peace." My heart just dropped. How could this beautiful little girl, which was just born, doesn't have a mom anymore? So then I contacted, it was my friend who passed away having a baby due to hemorrhage. And I started thinking, what should I do? I thought, oh, maybe I should start sending money for people who are pregnant to come to Uganda, because in South Sudan, Bo particularly, there's no any maternal health center there to help the pregnant women. Anyway, from there, I decided that in 2013, I should join nursing and midwifery course in Australia here. And luckily, I was accepted to do my nursing. 2017, I graduated as a registered nurse. And then I did my grad year 2017 that year, and then I went back to study my midwifery. Unfortunately, COVID came in 2020. I had to homeschool my children, and I had to study as well as to become a registered midwife. And I'm grateful that I managed to finish it. And as I speak now, I'm a registered nurse, a stroke midwife. Orison Medical Center came into my mind when before I visited South Sudan and when I started doing the course. So in 2019, I went to South Sudan just to see the project we have been doing, because a project called African Action South Sudan, and we have been partnering with African Action International Australia, but for them, they don't have tax deductibility. But we were lucky to build a school in South Sudan, which is functioning now. It has over 200 students from nursery to primary 7, and next year will be to primary 8. And while I was over there, I went and visited a primary health care. You can see those are the patients waiting in the waiting room. And that was me checking the blood pressure for expectant mother. When I went there, there was no blood pressure machine, nothing to check the patient. And luckily, I went with my staff for the nursing over here. And when I asked the nurses who are working there and some trained social worker, they call them doctors over there, said, what do you check? What do you do to check that someone is sick? They said they just open under the eye to see if they have malaria, which means they would be anemic, and then they press the nail bed if the blood is refilling or not. Just that's how they check malaria and typhoid. So when I came back, ever since, I came back 2020, ever since, like, my soul is not resting of what I've seen there. And I'm sure Owen can relate to that, what he has seen in South Sudan. The situation basically is the same all over South Sudan. South Sudan is 10 years old, but nothing much has been done, especially in terms of healthcare. And I'm very grateful that HealthServe Australia is helping to train the medical nurses and midwives. Those are very important to help in terms of the health. And maternal mortality is really high. It's very high. Out of 100,000 women who delivered, 789 of them, they die from hemorrhage and infection. So I believe this medical center, once it's built in Obo, it will help a lot of people. At first, I thought that it will only help people in Obo, but when I consulted the director of health in Magui County, because he's part of the Eastern Equatoria, he told me how desperate people over there are looking for healthcare services. And most of them end up coming to Uganda in Kitgum district to acquire just kind of services for those one who can afford, but those who can't afford, they just perish, just like that, from curable diseases. And what you can see in front of you there, that one is the bricks made from mud brick made for constructing the Orison Medical Center. And the drawing that has been drawn by someone from Kitgum, I requested them to draw how the medical center should be. I chose the name Orison Medical Center because Orison means prayer. This medical project is my prayer and the prayer of many people in Obo, particularly in South Sudan. And I'm grateful that HealthServe Australia is partnering with us to see this come to pass. And it will really be ideal to start with the borehole drilling, because the primary healthcare center that I visited while I was in Obo, there was no any water source. If the woman is coming for delivery, they have to bring someone to carry water, or they have to carry water on their head while laboring on the way to come to that center. Otherwise, they have to send the washman to go and fetch the water from the Ayi River, it's called. It's about 1 kilometer away. And as we know, water is life. So water is very important in any situation, most importantly in the healthcare system.